Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Layla here. How are you doing? It is the last day of February today if I'm uploading this on the day that I'm supposed to. So who's excited for March? Who's excited for spring? I know I am. Anyway, today I am bringing to you my house tour, my official first ever house tour. On this channel I've only ever done one other tour, and that would have been my flat tour, which was my first ever flat with my partner Jack. We since then moved into another flat, but I never did a tour of that, and then we since then moved into this house. We moved into this house a year ago, so in February, beginning of February. So I wanted to do this video a year on from when we moved in to show what changes we've made to the property since we first moved in, so to give us a year, and what my idea is to basically do this again next year, to give you an updated house tour of any changes we have since made. And you'll see in this video that I'm going to point out all the things that I want to do to the house and all the changes that I want to make, and my sort of like my vision board that I have for it. It's not a perfect setup. I think whenever you show people around your house, especially people that don't know you, you're always kind of a bit like, oh, what are they going to think, kind of thing. But I mean, this is what it is. Like, it's not perfect. There's many different things that I want to change. Whether I will get to change them before we move on to our next property, I don't know, but I want to, there's definitely things that I want to improve on. So yeah, I'm really excited for you to see around and see what you think, and yeah, if you're interested then just keep watching. Hello and welcome to my house tour. Come in and let's see what it's like. As we enter the house, we've got a tiny little porch which you're currently standing in, but I won't show you that because it's a bit messy and not very interesting. And as you come through the ground floor, it's also messy because we've got a cabinet that we're trying to get rid of. But I'm going to show you a part of it because our ground floor is also doubled up as our office space. I'll show you what I mean, but basically we've got 3 floors to this house, but the ground floor is just basically, there just isn't much to it, it's just basically a garage. It's a bit odd, I'm not sure why it's been done like this, but anyway. We've used the space as our at-home office workspace because it's a little bit wide and it's just, yeah, it works. So let's have a look. This is the office space. It's not entirely how I would like it at the moment because Jack's using it as I'm not working right now. So if it's a bit messy, let's blame him. But yeah, so we just put a little desk here from IKEA. And yeah, there's just work laptops and stuff. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with this area. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it as an office space in the long run, because obviously we don't know how long we're going to be working from home from, how long we're going to need this space. I would have loved to have it as like a little book area, to like a reading corner. I think that would have been really cute, or just as a storage space. But if we do decide to keep it as an office space, then I definitely want to incorporate some more plants to the area, because I think plants just make an area just look lovely. So I did sort of go for that boho trendy vibe with these little ornaments here. I think all of these are from B&M actually, so super cheap. And I put some fairy lights around the doors as well, because I kind of wanted this area to be very, I don't know what the word is, but like boho and like trendy. It's a little bit different to the rest of the house where I wanted to go more traditional and more like neutral. This area for me was just like to get my creative juices flowing. As we enter the first floor, I feel like an estate agent right now. As we enter the first floor, we come straight into our main living space, which is really light and airy. As you can see, we've got a lovely big window. This room is definitely not finished yet. It's literally only just been started. There's so much I want to do to this room, but I'm just going to show you some of my favourite pieces that I really love that we've already done. So one of my favourite pieces in this room is our lovely sofa. Don't mind the pillows because they're literally just not, they're not the idea that I had. But yeah, this is our lovely sofa, which is an L-shaped sofa. I wanted an L-shaped sofa for so long. We got this when we moved in actually. I believe this was from Donnell.
The sofa?
Yeah.
DFS?
Oh, Donnell. Same thing. The sofa was from DFS. And yeah, like a year on and I still love it so much. It's literally my pride and joy. Okay, so this unit up here is actually a old unit from Jack's old room, which we just repurposed and put in here because I thought it was cute. I really like this because it showcases some of our loveliest ornaments, and I think it looks really neat and tidy. So we've just got like a basket full of like dog and cat toys, and then yeah, just some more ornaments up there and some plants. This is our dining table. This is from IKEA as well. Literally all of our furniture is from IKEA. But this is a really cool dining table because it actually extends. You can de-extend it too to just literally this bit here. But because we use the table quite a lot, whether it be for like eating or just drawing, and like I do my bullet journaling on here quite a lot, so we usually just keep it out like this so we've got a little bit of space. And then up here is our map wall. We started this in our last property, I think, and we never really finished it, so we've really made an effort in this property to try and get the map wall completed. I really love the aesthetic of it. I think it's just really nice, and it just, yeah, it's just something that we both really love. So we just need to keep collecting them basically and fill it up. I think once it's done it'll look really pretty. Oh yeah, we've got another unit here which is also from IKEA. This is like doubling up as a side table. This is literally just a chest of drawers which is from my old room when I was living at home too. And it's just basically to keep in random stuff that we need. Board games, I think. We've got a drawer for all of Luke's creative stuff. There just never is enough space, so I just thought drawers would be handy. But I definitely want something more, like probably a little bit narrower, because it comes out quite far, and a little bit prettier as well, because I don't know, it's not that pretty, is it? So I definitely want something more chic. So my ideas for this room in the long term is just to get rid of a lot of junk. You may see that we've got, well, not loads of junk, but a lot of things that don't really have homes. So for example, this corner where there's like toys and like this massive blanket basket, which you probably don't need that many blankets. I just think that if the more like the condo the room is, I think it will be a lot prettier. And I just think that, yeah, I think I prefer it. I mean, I didn't want that fish tank, just saying.
It's a great fish tank.
But I've been forced to have the fish tank. So we've got a fish tank as well. Yeah, what else are my ideas for this room? I'm going to pop some pictures up as well. But yeah, I think the main thing for me is just to clean out the junk. I think we probably will repaint in here at some point. I also want to put a large mirror on this back wall here. I think because obviously this wall is very empty, so we definitely need something to spice it up a bit. Yeah, so nice big mirror there. Maybe repaint the walls. I definitely want some new curtains, some new blinds, sorry, for our window, because these blinds are just awful. But yeah, it's not a lot because I think the space is quite nice, but it just needs a few touches here and there. Yeah, so that is just a quick pan of the garden there. I'm not going to go into much detail because there really is quite a lot to do with the garden. We've barely touched the surface really. We just got some furniture. Jack actually built the pallet sofa last year, which I'm thinking we might get rid of.
We're not getting rid of that this year. We can just make it better. Anyway,
we're not really sure what we're doing with the garden. I think it's one of those things where we need to wait for it to get a bit warmer before we can decide what we do with it. But yeah, it's a nice garden, it's a good size, and we do really enjoy using it in the warmer weather. But I think I'll put a picture up on the screen of what I'm hoping to do, like the vibe that I have in my head of what I would like it to look like in the future. I'm thinking maybe like an outdoor rug, like an egg chair, like more grass for sure, but I'm not sure if I'll be allowed that. And yeah, just neatening it up a little bit. And as we go through into the hall, the next room on the first floor and the last room on the first floor is our kitchen, which has recently been redone last year. So last year our project was to complete the kitchen. It's not complete. There's still stuff to do to it, but I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made on it so far. So these walls, which I'll put a picture up of on the screen now, used to be bright red We've painted them grey. I can't remember what the paint was called, I'm afraid, but it's a really lovely colour. I think it just goes really well with the aesthetic of the kitchen. And now this lovely heart, stick heart up here is something that I actually hand made myself, but I can't take credit because it was a Mrs. Hinch hack. So yeah, I got that from her, so if you are interested in how to do it, then definitely look her up. So one of my favourite features of this kitchen is our lovely chalkboard, which is from IKEA, which we basically just used to write down which meals we're having each night. So I just thought this was a really lovely idea because I always love like cafes that do chalkboards like this and put their meals up. I think it's just a really lovely way to present it. I'm not explaining this very well, but that was the idea I had in my head of like a bistro, like a cafe, where they put like the meals that they have each day, or their specials. We've got the fridge, which is new. There's a lot of crap on this fridge. I didn't actually want a lot of crap on the fridge. I'm not one of those people that loves magnets and like loads of kids stuff, but I think that's just kind of the way that it's sort of happened without meaning to. Toaster and kettle, these are Russell Hobbs, white toaster and kettle, not very interesting. Pot of flowers. So these spice racks we have used for spices, as they say. I think I want to get one more of these to put on the wall.
Please don't.
Because we've still got quite a lot of spices in the cupboard that need filling up. And then, oh yeah, I'll show you this as well because I really love this. This is what we use for our fruit and veg. It's just basically just like a wooden crate. I just really love this idea that it's like, obviously that's how they come in, like get imported into the UK in crates. So I just thought it was a nice idea, also from IKEA as well. Yeah, really happy with the kitchen so far. There's a few more bits I need to do to it, just like I want to put some shelving up because you can see over here we've got some cookery books that just don't really have a home, so I kind of want like a little shelving unit somewhere to put that up, and then get rid of some of the stuff on the windowsill as well because I think that's a tiny bit messy. And then yeah, I think I'm done in here, but yeah, otherwise I'm really happy with the kitchen. Okay, so if you come into the hallway, this is the main hallway that we probably use most. I've got some prints on the wall. I think we want a couple more prints maybe, I'm not entirely sure what. Originally we were thinking sort of like films and TV shows like the Stranger Things poster that we've got, but I'm not sure if we're still going with that vibe anymore, so we'll have to see. Another thing I forgot to mention is downstairs, what we need to do, which I didn't even talk about really, is we just need to find like a place to put all our coats and stuff because we're still like storing them on the banisters here, which is a bit annoying. So I want like a rack or some kind of storage for coats and hats and all of that business downstairs. This is just where we're storing our shoes for now, on this little table here, which is a unit from IKEA. I do actually really like this unit, but I think it would look so much better for like ornaments and plants and stuff rather than shoes. But we do just keep our shoes, and I keep my bag here just for storage and stuff. This is like one of my favourite corners in the whole house. I love the aesthetic of it. It's very spa-esque, very relaxing and calming, which is exactly the vibe that I wanted to go for. So as you can see, we've just got like a radiator cover here, covering the radiator, and then we've got this like ornament of candles and stones, and then nice flowers, a print which I really love, and this lovely arch mirror which was from Home Bargains, I think. And I just really love the whole aesthetic. I think it just works so well. And then the last little corner of this hallway, we've crammed quite a lot into it, but I think it works well. We've got this lovely Billy bookcase from IKEA that fits not all of our books actually. We may need to get another one or come up with another way of storing, because we do, between us, just have a lot of books. But I've always loved the idea of having a really nice reading corner, or just like a place to store your books, because I just love books and I love having them in print. I think it's really lovely to be able to just go back and read time and time again. So I'm thinking of having some sort of a bean bag or some sort of seating area here. Not obviously to take up a lot of room, because we don't have a lot of room here, it's very narrow, but if there's a way that we can put like a little bean bag and, you know, just like a little area where you can come relax and read a book, maybe a tiny little light, that's sort of my idea that I would love to have for this area. The first room on our left is our bedroom, the master bedroom. Okay, so the master bedroom, our bedroom, has so much work to do to it. It's probably, I would say, the room that has the most work to do to it, like out of all the rooms. We basically want to rip out these wardrobes and put in brand new wardrobes because the space is just not utilised very well. I'm not going to open the wardrobes because it's really messy, but we don't have that many clothes between us, to be honest, but I feel like they're crammed in, and because there's quite a lot of storage space here, I feel like there's so much more that we can do with it. So we definitely want to look into how we can rip these wardrobes out and just create a lot more space for our clothes and use the space a lot more wisely. And also brown is quite an ugly colour, so we would definitely like some mirrored wardrobes, I think, to go. This unit here, which we've had for ages, this is from IKEA. It's a really lovely unit, super big, and stores a lot of our clothes in, but I think it just takes up too much space. This bedroom isn't the biggest bedroom in the world, so to minimise the space as much as possible, to give us more, you know, space to walk around and just less junk everywhere would be my ideal. So my plan for this room is to get rid of this unit completely, be able to store all of our clothes in these wardrobes. We've also got another airing cupboard behind you there, which is really messy as well, and the space is just not utilised well. So I think that with the right tools and equipment, we can get that space utilised and be able to get rid of this chest of drawers completely. And then what I would ideally like to do is have the TV built into our bed, because I know you can get like TVs that are built into the beds, and I just think they're really cool and great for space saving. And then obviously we've got my makeup desk over here. This unit is from IKEA. This is my pride and joy, to be honest with you. Obviously I love makeup, so I wouldn't necessarily want to get rid of it entirely, but obviously it takes up quite a lot of room. I've got my Alex drawers here from IKEA, which is filled with makeup, and between the two of them they're just taking up a lot of space, so I would just rather have something smaller, and just maybe just try and find a way to utilise the space a bit better, even though I do absolutely love my makeup drawers. I definitely want to find a way to do something with them to just make better use of the space. So I'm thinking that once this is gone, I may be able to move my makeup desk, or not that one, but like have a different one over here, like more of a slim fit one. That's what I'm thinking. And obviously I've got my nail polishes over here. I have quite a lot of nail polishes, so I think it's just a nice way to store them. We've used the spice racks from IKEA again, and I just painted them grey. So yeah, I've got more nail polishes that I need to store, so I might need to put another one up. But yeah, that's what we're doing with that. And then this is another thing that I really love, the little feature on my windowsill. It's just a copper rose gold wired basket, which is from B&M, paired with some lovely flowers. I forgot where these are from. I think they're from Primark actually. And then another rose gold candle, which goes really well, and then a nice watch, which also just, I don't know, it's a nice aesthetic, so I really like that. And then yeah, so that's basically this room. We've got our two bedside drawers here, which are from IKEA again, and they're quite like messy. I definitely think I want to get like more of a slim fit bedside table, because yeah, I think they're quite wide and they take up more space than they really need to. And if you can see on my side of the bed, I've got like 50 books which I need to read, so it does look a little bit cluttered at the moment. So my ideal for that would definitely not to have such a cluttered bedside tables, and basically just have the bare minimum. That's what we need. And then above our bed we've got some dream catchers, which I do really like, but it's not something that I want to be there permanently. I don't really want a dream catcher wall. I think I'd like some prints up there. Maybe some Desanio prints, something really calming, relaxing, and just probably more of like an adult vibe. So they'll probably be going at some point. And then we've got my lovely full-length mirror from IKEA over there as well, which will probably be staying because, you know, we all need a full-length mirror. Moving on, the next bedroom next to ours is obviously Luke's room. Now Luke's room is the room that we're going to be sorting out this year. So we've already made one little amendment, which you will have seen in my last video if you watched it, and that is the wall. So we did this all ourselves actually. This isn't wallpaper or anything, we painted this ourselves. We used frog tape and we just made this geometric style on his wall, which I really love the outcome of it, and I think it works really well. There isn't too many improvements that need to happen here because it's all like, it's nice, it's a nice room and it works well, but again it's mostly just weeding out the junk. So what I would like to do is I'd like to get him a bigger wardrobe that can fit all his clothes in one like wardrobe. Obviously you can see we've got our drawers here which he uses for some of his clothes, but we also use it for our bed sheets, so I want to get rid of the bed sheets, put them somewhere else, and then get rid of this unit completely because this takes up a lot of space. I don't think it's necessary. I then want to put the tent, 'cause it's got a lovely tent there which we can't really display because there just isn't any room for it. So I just want to put the tent there. It gives him more space to play and just makes the room feel a lot more airy and lighter. But yeah, I mean he's a child, so he's obviously got lots of toys. Lots of books, as you can see. We need to get him, we've got him a bookshelf, but I need to, I basically need to like redecorate it because it's in not a great condition, so I just want to repaint it and sand it down. Haven't got around to that yet, but when I do, that will just go there, where that one is, and it will just neaten up the books a lot more. And obviously then we can get rid of the books there as well. But yeah, he's got some lovely ornaments in his room, which I really love. This beautiful train which I got from eBay and I love so much. The only thing is that the dog has managed to chew a little bit of it. So I'm going to replace some of the letters that have been chewed very soon. But I actually really love the overall, the train. And this gorgeous lamp which I got literally when we first made his room, like his nursery. So he's had this for ages, but it's so beautiful. I definitely want to keep this for him. And maybe if he gets to an age where he can't have it in his room anymore because, I don't know, he's going to destroy it, then we'll move it to another room. But I just think it looks really lovely, so I definitely want to keep that. Now, as you can see, this windowsill is very cluttered, so we definitely want to be moving some bits up here, finding new homes for it, because a cluttered room is never a good room. This chair is also going to be going. We might replace it with another one that looks a bit nicer, because it's nice to have a chair just to sit in and read him at bedtime. And don't mind these clothes on here, they aren't to be put away, they're to be given to charity, but we don't have a bag to put them in yet, so they're just staying there for now. This is another feature in his room that I really love, these 3 shelves up here, which I created in his new bedroom here. No, they were in his last one actually. So yeah, he's had these shelves since day 1 as well, but they're just really nice and they just look really pretty. And then yeah, this toy unit here is new. We just found that he had way too many toys and they were just not being stored very well. They were just cluttered and didn't look very good. So I wanted something that kept it all in, but also meant that he could go and get whatever he wanted when he wanted. So they work really well. I think they're from B&M. And then to the side here, we've also got like a box of teddies. Now I want to get a nicer box for them because it doesn't look very good, but they'll be staying because I went through his teddies recently and chucked out anything that we didn't want anymore. So yeah, and then the only other thing that we've got to do in the new term, recent term, is put this up, which Jack needs to do. Which Jack hasn't got around to doing yet. This is really lovely, I don't really know what it's called, like a shelf, wired shelf. And it's got these like hooks beneath it, which I thought we could hang clothes from, like with what his outfit's going to be for the day. And then I don't know what I'll put in here, but maybe some ornaments or something like that. But I just thought it would be really nice to go up on the shelf. So yeah, that needs to be put up soon. Potentially looking at getting a new bed as well. This is his cot. So he's had it since he was born and it does adapt, but I don't know, I think it would be nice for him to have a new bed at some point in the near future. And then this is just our hallway here, which I didn't show you, but it's very tiny, it's not very interesting. It's just like a little hallway. We've got a lovely print up here, which I got ages ago. We've had that in our last house as well. And it's just really nice, like lion shaking its...
It's a tiger.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. We do have a storage cupboard here, but I'm not going to open it because it's just an absolute tip. I definitely need to reform this as well because this is where the towels currently live. We've got cleaning products in there too, but I want to move the bed sheets there as well, from Luke's room. but at the moment there just isn't the space to do that, so this cupboard definitely needs reforming. And then coming into our last room, this is our bathroom. This isn't done, but it's been worked on. So last year we didn't mean to, but we did do some bits to it, which I really love. So the tiles that we had on here before, I'll put a picture up, but they were just really ugly. So we covered them with this vinyl, like marble vinyl. It's not perfect, but I'm not a perfectionist, so I don't really care. I just think it looks really nice, and you know, it covers the old tiles, so that's a bonus. And I just love marble, so I think it works really well. I actually really love the bathroom. It's one of my favourite rooms in the house, even though it's technically not done and things like need to be done to it. But the bathroom, they always say, do last before you're like gonna move out. Just a unit that we put up ourselves. We've got plants, and this is where we store like our daily skincare products. So that's Jack's and that's mine. And then yeah, just a boring sink. I do actually want a new sink though, because the tap is really stiff and it just looks old. So I would love a new sink, and I would also love a sink that way you could incorporate storage down here, because obviously we've got our own storage boxes here. This one's really old, but it would be nice if it had like cupboards down there that we could store things in. I think just like would make a lot more use of the space. And I also want a new mirror up there as well, because that one's just really ugly. I want one that lights up. That's my vibe. So yeah, it's very boho in here. I put a lot of plants in here, and I think it works really well. You can see up there we've got, I don't know what that plant is called. What is it called?
It's not real.
I know, but if it was.
I don't know.
There's a name for it. Anyway, this is a really nice.
It's kind of like ivy, but it's not ivy.
Yeah, so kind of like an ivy plant. This is from IKEA. And then the mirror up there is from Home Bargains, I think. A really nice towel rail here. We just put towels on. And then down there is my storage basket. It's like a, what's it called?
Wicker?
Wicker, yeah, kind of like a wicker basket, which I just put stored the toilet rolls in. I think my favourite part of this bathroom has to be my lovely bath board, which I just absolutely love. And then obviously we've got the bottles, the labelled bottles, which everyone's going crazy on Instagram about right now. So I really love the aesthetic of that. And then these gorgeous flowers, which I looked for ages for, from B&M. And there you have it. That is my house tour. I hope you really enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it and filming it and editing it. Like I said, there is a lot of work to be done, but everything a work in progress. So yeah, we'll just have to see next year what we change. I think it'll be really interesting to see what's changed, because things change so much, especially in a year. Like, I feel like a lot changes. So, and I will see you in March for my March vlog. Have a lovely day and see you soon.